So when we ended the last video, we were talking a little bit about our class goals and how we want to be able to interact comfortably and some of the cool projects we're going to think about. So I want to dive a little bit deeper now. I want us to start looking at some things that you might need to bring, right? So you need the usual stuff. You need a pen, pencil, something to write on, something to write with. Now, for my high school classes, they come with Chromebooks fully charged. We're going to have to use and be a little inventive. So I have some devices I'll be bringing with me. If you have a smartphone, that would be great. We potentially will have access to iPads, maybe some Chromebooks, maybe some regular laptops, because I'm hoping to do a lot of cool station work to kind of keep things moving and really help us practice reading, writing, listening, speaking, and hit a lot of those different tasks. So just if you have a smartphone or you have a laptop that you want to bring with you, that would be great. If not, we're gonna find ways to get the tech we need. We'll be using a lot of cool apps, so feel free if your parents allow you to have stuff like Flipgrid, where it says Canvas Student. You're going to want to download Google Classroom, Google Drive, Quizlet, VoiceThread. These are all approved apps. Your parents can go to a site called Common Sense Media, and they can kind of see how they're rated for students and education. But all really great apps, all really great things that we can do to kind of really extend our learning. Our other resources, we're going to have a textbook. So in the online, you're going to see an orange textbook, although in class, we're going to have a blue textbook. They're pretty much the same. The orange textbook has more resources. The blue textbook has like the half of what the orange one. So we'll use the blue ones in class, but you're going to have access to this online textbook. I have a link in our Google Classroom for you to get there. It's really simple. It's just your school email. So your 25 jdoe@ojrsd.net. And then your password is just your 6-digit student ID. Also, the first or second day, we'll be diving into Google Classroom. That's going to be our virtual space. That's where we'll be submitting assignments. That's where you'll get information on what you might have missed. We're going to, do a lot of work within that. That'll sort of be our one-stop shop. We talk about grades. I'm a firm believer that grades kind of work themselves out, right? If you're invested in the class, you're doing what you're supposed to be, you're engaged, then the grades sort of just take care of themselves. And that's always worked for me up into my second master's degree. If I knew I was putting forth my best effort, then the grades always kind of went in sync with that. And you're going to be prepared for those assessments. When I give an assessment, it's because we found that we're ready. We're ready. We've had plenty of chance to fail and stumble and learn and grow. And those assessments are to kind of just be a marker, just like you would have a birthday or, have a graduation. It's just a marker to say, we've learned how to do X, Y, and Z. Right. So I'm not going to worry too much about this. This will all be factored in by the number of points and assignments. I'm not a big nitpicker when it comes to that stuff. It's pretty straightforward. Common problems, we're going to talk about this in sort of our next segment because we're going to get into our classroom culture and we're going to talk a little bit about how we approach every day and what kind of attitude we need to be successful. So when we look at stuff like grades, we know what we're getting into. So we'll be talking about that in our next segment. All right, stay tuned.